Hello, it's Samantha Nolan-Smith here from the School of Visibility. Many people, particularly women, feel some resistance or experience some resistance to data, to tracking data. And there are many different reasons for this, from actually it's just not the way my brain works, to I find it really boring, to the way I was schooled either excluded me from really getting comfortable with that, or was just presented in such a dull way that it just did not spark any enthusiasm for me. And as a consequence, we get into business, and then there's some advice that comes around about, you should track the numbers. And this is very sound advice and very, very useful and important to your business. And yet, because of all of these other influences, it's easy to go, okay, I hear you. Oops, let me look over here to something that is wildly more interesting, or even vaguely more interesting than the data. So today I'm going to share with you a little emotional freedom technique that's EFT or tapping, you might also know it as, to just clear out some of the resistance you may be feeling to tracking data, tracking your numbers. This becomes so important around visibility, because I see people all the time saying, oh, my launch didn't work, or I don't think my opt-in's working, or whatever. And when I ask them, well, what are the numbers? Tell me your numbers. The numbers are quite good. They're just not, they're not realizing that that's a good number. That's a good conversion rate for their industry. Or they don't know their numbers at all. And they just have these sort of expectations that have come out of impressions that they've got about other people's businesses and so forth, which don't correlate to where they actually are. So when you get to really ground yourself in the numbers, you then get to make much better decisions about strategic decisions and decisions about where to focus your energy, your time, etc. And you know much more easily and at a glance where problems might exist in your business. So the tapping points are the side of the hand, the inside of the eyes, outside of the eyes, like straight out from the eyes, under the eyes, there's a bone that you'll feel there, under the nose, on the chin, there's like a crease there, 3 fingers under the collarbone, under the arm, top of the head. Just repeating the lines after me. If, as I say them, you feel like that's not exactly the way I would express it, just express it the way that you would express it. That's all good. Obviously, these videos are generalized videos, so not every circumstance is going to be expressed in exactly the way that feels right to you. So you can change it and tweak it. And sometimes I say to people, just do the general one as well, because sometimes it's surprising that the thing that you think, oh, that's not relevant for me, you suddenly do some tapping on it and you realize, oh, that was actually quite a big issue for me. So use your discernment, make sure that it's appropriate to you, and if in doubt, follow along. It just is exactly as I show it, as I speak it. Okay, here we go. Even though I'm not that interested in the data, I'm willing to let go of this resistance now. Even though I find the data boring, I'm willing to let go of that story now. Even though I've never been overly interested in numbers and data, I'm willing to turn that around now. Even though I pride myself on not being a numbers person, and I see people who are, and I think, oh, they're not quite like me, I'm willing to be open to the possibility that I could still be exactly like me and track the important data in my business. Even though I've never been really confident around numbers or with numbers, and the way it was taught at school didn't really work for me, or was uninspiring, I'm willing to let go of that now. I'm willing to let go of any stories I have around me and numbers. Even though it feels like it'll take up too much time. And like the death of my creative self. I'm open to finding ways to make tracking the data fun and enjoyable and creative. I'm open to releasing my resistance now. Letting it go. Letting it go. Letting go of any stories that say data's not for me. And letting it be easy. I'm willing for all things related to numbers and data in my business to be easy to follow, to be easy to set up, to be easy to maintain. I'm willing to let it be simple. I'm looking forward to working in this way, to being supported by the numbers to help me make good choices. I'm open to this new chapter. I'm excited about this new chapter. I'm ready for this next step. And just taking a breath there.